What if I told you, most men don't lose women because they aren't attractive. They lose them because they are too visible, too easy to understand, too quick to explain themselves, too emotionally exposed, and that destroys desire faster than rejection ever could. Because female attraction is not built on comfort. It's built on tension, on uncertainty, on power. That's why some men barely speak. Yet women think about them for weeks, while other men text paragraphs, give compliments, offer attention, and get forgotten overnight. This isn't about money. It isn't about looks. It isn't even about confidence the way most people define it. It's deeper than that. It's psychological. And both Stoicism and Machiavelli understood something modern men refuse to accept. Attraction is not created by chasing. It's created by control. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 dark truths about female desire. Not childish games, not manipulation, but the uncomfortable laws of human nature. And once you understand them, you stop begging for attention. Women begin to feel your absence before you even leave. Let's begin. Secret 1. Mystery is more powerful than attention. Most men think attraction is built through showing more. More talking, more texting, more explaining, more proving. They believe if they just communicate enough, a woman will finally feel safe and fall in love. But psychologically, that's not how desire works. Desire doesn't grow in clarity. Desire grows in mystery. Women are not drawn to what is handed to them. They are drawn to what makes them wonder. The fastest way to kill attraction is to become predictable, and most men do it immediately. They meet a woman, and within the first conversation, they leak everything. Their childhood, their insecurities, their plans, their intentions, their need for validation. They call it honesty. But the truth is harsher. It's emotional exposure as a negotiation. It's saying, please understand me quickly so I don't feel uncertain. But uncertainty is exactly where attraction lives. Think about it. The movies that stay in your mind aren't the ones where you know the ending. They're the ones that keep you guessing. A woman's mind works the same way. When she can't fully map you, her imagination starts working. And imagination is stronger than reality. That's where obsession is born. Picture a man in London. He meets a woman named Olivia at a quiet rooftop bar. Most men would immediately try to impress her. They would explain their job. They would overshare stories. They would rush to fill every silence. But this man doesn't. He speaks calmly. He asks questions. He listens more than he talks. And when he answers, he gives just enough. Not cold, not rude, just restrained. Olivia leaves that night thinking, I don't know what it is about him. He's different. He feels hard to read. And that thought follows her home. Because mystery creates psychological tension. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. The one who is fully available is easily controlled. The one who holds something back holds power. Stoicism teaches the same discipline. A stoic man doesn't speak to be liked. He speaks because it is necessary. He doesn't reveal himself for approval. He reveals himself with intention, and women feel that. Because mystery is not a tactic. It is a byproduct of self-possession. Most men talk too much because they are nervous. They fear silence. But silence is not emptiness. Silence is dominance. When you are comfortable in silence, a woman starts filling that silence with her own thoughts, and her own thoughts become curiosity. Curiosity becomes emotional investment, and emotional investment becomes obsession. That is secret 1. Reveal less. Become more. Secret 2. Emotional coldness creates emotional heat. This is where most men collapse. A woman pulls back slightly, and they panic. She takes longer to reply, and they spiral. She seems distant for one day, and they become desperate. They double text. They demand reassurance. They try to fix something that was never broken. And in doing that, they destroy their own value, because female desire does not grow around emotional instability. It grows around emotional authority. Marcus Aurelius said you have power over your mind, not external events. That includes her mood, her attention, her silence. The average man reacts emotionally. The dangerous man observes calmly. Imagine this. A man in New York meets a woman named Sarah. The first week is intense. She's engaged. She laughs. She seems interested. Then suddenly, she goes quiet. The average man interprets silence as rejection. He starts chasing. Are you okay? Did I do something wrong? Why are you acting different? He tries to pull her closer, but desperation never pulls a woman closer. It pushes her away. Now imagine the stoic man. Sarah goes quiet. He notices, but he does not collapse. He does not beg. He does not perform emotional CPR. He simply continues his life. Gym, work, friends, purpose. And that calmness creates a question inside her. Why isn't he affected? Why isn't he chasing me? Does he not care? And here is the psychological twist. Women don't obsess over men who chase them. Women obsess over men who make them question their control, because desire is not logical. Desire is emotional tension, and nothing creates tension like a man who does not react. Indifference is not cruelty. It is emotional mastery. Most men confuse emotional mastery with being cold. That's not the point. The point is control. A stoic man can feel deeply, but he does not leak emotions uncontrollably. He does not hand his emotional state to a woman like a leash. Machiavelli would say, never give someone the ability to move you easily. Because once they can move you, they can control you. That is why emotional control is magnetic. A woman may not admit it, but she feels safe around a man who is unshakable. Because if he cannot be shaken, he cannot be manipulated. And women test this instinctively, not because they are evil, because human nature seeks strength. Imagine she cancels plans last minute. The weak man gets angry or begs. The strong man simply says, understood, and continues. That simplicity hits harder than any paragraph, because she realizes, this man is not emotionally dependent. This man is not easily owned. And what cannot be owned becomes desired. That is secret 2. The colder your reactions, the hotter her emotions become. Secret 3. Purpose makes you untouchable. This is the darkest truth of all. The moment a woman becomes your center, you become weak. Most men build their entire emotional world around her. Their happiness depends on her. Their confidence depends on her. Their peace depends on her, and she feels that. A woman does not want to be your universe. She wants to orbit a man who already has one. Picture a man in Miami. He meets a woman named Emily. He likes her, but he doesn't rearrange his life for her. He doesn't cancel his goals. He doesn't drop his discipline. He doesn't become available at every moment. He continues building. His mission comes first, not because he doesn't care, but because he cares about something larger than approval. Emily senses it immediately. This man is not empty. This man is not waiting to be completed. And that creates gravity, because purpose makes you untouchable. Machiavelli understood power is always respected, even when it is feared. Stoicism teaches the same. A man must belong to his mission, not his emotions. When your life has direction, your attention becomes valuable because it is not freely given. Most men give unlimited attention, and unlimited attention has no worth. But a man with purpose gives attention like a reward, not as a donation. And women respond to that, because she senses, if I lose him, he will still move forward. That is terrifying, and attraction often lives inside that fear. A man with no mission becomes clingy. His energy screams, please give me meaning. But a man with a mission already has meaning. He doesn't need her to complete him, and that difference is electric. Imagine 2 men in Toronto. One man revolves around women. Every decision is based on who texts back. His mood rises and falls with female attention. The other man revolves around his craft, his body, his discipline, his future. Women are not his purpose. They are an addition. Who do you think becomes unforgettable? The second man. Because women don't chase men who need them. Women chase men who don't. That is the paradox. Purpose creates distance. Distance creates value. Value creates obsession. That is secret 3. A man with a mission becomes untouchable. Closing, the dark truth. These are the 3 dark secrets. Mystery, emotional control, purpose. Most men will ignore them and remain predictable. They will chase. They will beg. They will overshare. They will hand women the power and then wonder why attraction dies. But the man who lives these truths becomes unforgettable because he is not trying to impress. He is not trying to control her. He is controlling himself, and self-control is rare. If this hits something inside you, comment below. Which of these secrets do you struggle with most? And if you want more Stoic and Machiavellian psychology that makes you untouchable, subscribe now. Because the next lesson may be the one that changes how people respond to you forever. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.